This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That's the true power of heaven and earth in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this could be an edifying video. Gonna be a quick video. All right, I was just thinking about this scripture and thinking about how Esau is not going down without a fight. All right, the writing's on the wall. We can see that the dominance that Babylon had over the whole world, okay, that grip is slipping hard, man. Okay, and best believe, which the elites already know, the elites, they already know that we are the true Israelites. They know that the prophets are here. They know that they're going to have to fight against Yahweh Shai. All right, the elites know all these things, but these little guys, okay, these presidents, these senators, these, different governors, best believe they're all watching us, okay? And, I speak as a man on this, but I believe that they're starting to think or at least consider, what if these guys are right? And I won't be surprised if they start, wanting to question brothers. Okay, Yahweh Shah spoke about that. Ye shall be brought before, kings and rulers for my name's sake. Okay, so, I won't be surprised if that happens soon, because this nigga Esau is going down. All right, I just seen an article going into how their weapons are depleted at they're very low. Okay, so you're being forced to capitulate, man. All right, Iran just did another attack on a U.S. base. I think it was the one in Kuwait. Okay, and they're not going to let up. All right, because they see weakness. They smell weakness. Okay, but pride, this nigga Esau ain't about to take no L, man. This nigga is too proud to admit defeat. Okay, so this what he's about to do. He's about to crash out, man. Okay, and his main target is going to be the Israelites. He's mainly going to be trying to get the men of the Lord. Okay, some of us will be martyrs. Okay, but, the Lord is going to lift up that standard at some point. But I'm going to run this back. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. And we rejoicing, man. All right, because we fully understand what time we're in. We see the writing on the wall. This nigga Esau is at his end. Okay. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, which, woe means destruction. For the devil is come down unto you. Who is the devil? The word devil just means deceiver. Esau, Edom, man. All right. In Revelation, the 18th chapter, it goes into how by his sorceries, he deceived the whole world, roughly paraphrasing. Because this nigga Esau, he done lied and deceived the whole world, man. This nigga is the biggest liar ever. All right. So he's about to come down having great wrath because he knoweth that he have but a short time. See, the elites already know what's up. But these little Edomites, okay, they're beginning to see what the men of the Lord are saying, have been saying come to pass. All right. Because that nigga Trump, he said before this Iran war started, and he was talking about the men of the Lord, which he called the prophets of doom. All right. He said, they've been saying for years that World War III was starting in the Middle East. I stopped it. He said that, And then some days after that, or maybe some weeks, it wasn't too long after that, the Lord started this war. So who is he talking about who's been saying for years that this war would start over there in the Levant region, okay, the so-called Middle East? Who have been saying that for years? Our apostles and elders on down, man. Okay, the apostles always said, keep our eyes over there, So Esau knows, and he's seen, like, man, they said this will happen, it's coming to pass, and we know about their NWO agenda. We know the economy is going to crash, and we're seeing that about to happen. Okay? So Esau was about to just say, you know what, fuck it. I'm not going down without fighting. This nigga is going to fight, man. Even when Yahushua comes with the angels, the Most High is going to make this nigga fight. Let me grab that real quick. All right, I don't want to go through the whole thing. But this second Esdras chapter 13. Where is it at? And yet there's fight. Let me see. Oh, yep. So I'm going to start at verse, I just want to prove that point real quick, because the Most High is going to make this nigga crash out. All right, the Most High wants, 2/3 of his people to a lot of our people is going to die by the sword and die by famine. Okay, and who is the sword? Esau, Edom. What did King David say? Deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Most High, he still got some work for this nigga Esau to do before he takes him out. All right. But this is second Esdras chapter 13, verse, I'm going to start at verse 5. Okay. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. And the sea, is not talking about the ocean, which, the chariots can come and, they can go into the ocean. But we know Yahushua, he's coming from the heavens, man. We're going to, like he said, when you see these things, lift your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Okay? So he's coming from a different realm. All right, but he's going to, the chariots and everything, they're going to manifest in this realm, but they're not going to come from the sea. All right. I would imagine, because the sea, this is talking about space, man. Okay. So I was about to say, you see the Independence Day movie, the second one, how you had that big ass ship coming into the atmosphere. I would imagine, it may be something like that. All right. But, Lord willing, we the elect, we gonna be able to see it, man. It's gonna be a very fearful moment, man. But exciting, but very fearful. Okay. It says, read on, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. So the ship that Yahushua is coming on is going to be so big, that Esdras likened it into a mountain. It says, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. So he was trying to measure it. He was trying to see, like, where's the end of this thing? And the ship was so big, he couldn't measure it. He couldn't see the length of it. Okay? And there's chariots that, like in Zechariah, the 5th chapter, it speaks about how he saw the flying roll. He saw a chariot, and he described the length of it. It was this amount of cubits and something like that, So this ship that Esdras is saying, which is the father ship, okay, it was so massive he couldn't he couldn't even see the end of it. You know, and that makes me think about, like I mentioned, the second Independence Day, where the ship was so fucking massive. It was in the atmosphere, but it was still in space at the same time. Okay? It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they were gathered together to subdue him, were sore afraid, and yet there's fight. So the Most High, he's going to make these different militaries come together and fight against Yahweh Shai and the angels, and they're going to be afraid, but he's going to make them fight. Okay? So, you know, I brought this out just to back up the point I made, okay? Because Esau, he knows that he's at his end, man, but he's not going down without fighting, okay? Even when the Lord manifests that spiritual power, best believe Esau got contingencies, man. This nigga, I seen a video yesterday of robotic soldiers. You know, it could have been AI, but best believe Esau got that shit, man. Okay? So it's going to be, you know, Esau, he going to start showing shit he's been hiding, because this nigga is blessed with the sword. So he going to start, you know, deploying his weaponized drones, his weaponized robots, and, you know, especially when that power comes, man. Okay, which, nigga, Esau, it's already written you gonna lose, man. But, you know, he's not going down without a fight. And a part of him crashing out, he's gonna be like a madman sparing none. Let's grab that. This second Esdras chapter 16. Verse, let's see, 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And the word insurrection means a violent uprising. Okay? So, you know, when Esau demonizes us and plaster our faces all over the news and media and, you know, label us as the T word and possibly put money on our head. You know, when this nigga really crash out and he makes war with the remnant of her seed, as it says in Revelation, which that's what this nigga is about to do, man. He's about to make war with the tribes. See, you know, people gonna people gonna hate the prophets, man. Oh, it's because of you. You know, my life is ruined. It's because of you. The government is doing this to our people. It's because of you. You know, like Yahweh Shai said, we're going to be hated of all men for his name's sake. So, you know, Esau, this nigga is not about to just take his ill, man. He's about to crash out and he's about to start killing, man. He's about to start killing a lot of Israelites. But see, that's what the Lord wants. The Lord wants this nigga to kill a lot of 2/3. Okay? The only men of the Lord he's going to get are those who the Lord wants to be martyred. But other than that, you're not going to touch the prophets. The scriptures say, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. There shall no evil come upon him that feareth the Lord. So the Lord is going to show his right hand real heavy, man, to where Esau is not going to be able to kill off all the elect. All right. But best believe he's going to attempt to. Okay. Reading on, they shall be like madmen sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So that's Esau Edom. This nigga is about to lose it, man. When he comes with that great wrath because he know that he had but a short time, this nigga mind is like, if I can't rule, nobody's ruling. I'll be damned if I let these Israelites rule over me. They not about to rule over me. That's the mindset this nigga Esau has. These niggas, these wetbacks, these mechs, ain't no fucking way they're about to rule over me. So he's about to be like a madman sparing none, man. And, you know, for years we've been saying they're going to have, you know, UN soldiers, Gurga troops, which they are, you know, special elite military men, when martial law is declared. But I also foresee them using tiny top soldiers. Since they done merged the militaries, them tiny tops, hey, they about to just fully manifest it that they run this shit. Okay? Cause they, we already know they run this shit anyway. All right, they run Hollywood and the music industry and the jeweler industry, and they run this shit, man. But the spotlight is on them, and now since they done merged the militaries, and they may have tiny top soldiers over here when martial law is declared. So it says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So this nigga Esau, man, okay? Because best believe Trump hates the prophets, man. Trump hates that what we're saying is coming to pass. All these Edomites, but, Trump and certain other Edomites, best believe, man, they watch. They watch. And they're seeing everything brothers been saying come to pass. And it's infuriating them. It's making them even more mad. Because now they're forced to accept, what if these guys are right and we are right? And then on top of that, hey, the Lord is the king of terrors, man. The Lord, he be plaguing them with dreams. We had an Edomite come up, man. And I knew through the spirit, man, a lot of times when these Edomites come up and they already know what we about, but they come up pretending like, oh, what are you guys talking about? And then they pull that Bible out their pocket and they already ready to combat you. And then you just cut them up with the scriptures. Hey, the reason why a lot of these Edomites be doing that, man, is because they seen the videos and the Lord be plaguing them with dreams, man. The spirit had it where one of the last Edomites that came up on that, the spirit had me tell him, like, you've been having dreams, man. The Lord, and he agreed. I said, yeah, he had a dream that it was a big mighty Jake behind him with a whip in his hand. Hey, man, the Lord is beautiful, man. All right, he's taking down our enemies, and he's plaguing them with dreams and visions of their downfall, man. So a lot of these Edomites, hey, man, even the common Edomite is about to crash out. All right, the Chud, the builder variants, hey, these devils are about to fucking lose it, man. Because they figure they don't have nothing else to lose. Their government have betrayed them. And all they got is looking down on Jake. And they're going to take out, a lot of these Edomites, they're going to take out their anger and frustration on Jake, man. But Esau was going down. We're seeing the downfall of this nigga in real time. But he's not going down without fighting. Okay? This nigga is too proud to wave the white flag. He's not going to do it. But that's beautiful. We don't want you to wave the white flag. We want you to give it your all. Because there's nothing you can do to stop the will of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. His words will not return unto him void. Okay? And it's going to make it that much more satisfying knowing that you gave it your all and it didn't mean anything. At the end of the day, we still gonna sit on thrones and look down on you and beat you and work you, beginning with you elites. Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.